Okay, well, while we're waiting for the paint to dry on the server rack project, I wanted to show you a little something here, and you may actually be tuning in my channel specifically for this. I have an SJ6, an SJCam SJ6 Legend camera, which features an external microphone port, which is not entirely standard, so the GoPro pieces don't fit. What I ended up doing was I took a cheap SJCam official microphone piece that I ordered off of eBay, 10 bucks. Now, I'm going with a 1/4 inch because I'm adapting to a wireless microphone setup for vlogging. Most users are going to go with a 3.5 millimeter. I went with 1/4 inch inline mono adapters. These 1/4 inch mono inline audio jacks that come in a 2-pack. They're $2 from Radio Shack. Radio Shack's retail footprint obviously isn't what it once was, but their online store is still up and running. So, at least as of May 2018, so that's what I'm doing. So, straight out of the box, or out of the bag, I should say. There's your adapter, and you can even see you've got, I believe, the ground is going to be that piece there, which is your ring, and then your brass is going to be your tip. So basically what I did was I clipped the lavalier mic off the end of this one, and this has already been soldered onto something else for testing to make sure I knew what I was doing. You can call this mic adapter 2.0. You know what? I'm going to clip this and redo it. So imagine the mic end is on here, and we're taking a diagonal cutter, cutting it off, and then we're going to pull. Okay, the tweed jacket end is going to fray a little bit. You're going to pull that back, singe that with a lighter so it doesn't come totally undone on you. Feed it through the plastic sleeve. And very carefully, with some wire strippers, expose the wire. There we go. You're going to have the red wire, which is your hot, and the gold wire, which is uninsulated, which is your ground. So now we're going to heat up the soldering iron, and we're going to solder this. Okay, so we've heated up the soldering iron, and I don't have any of those fancy-dancy helping hands, so I've got to do this the difficult way. But what we're going to do here, heat up the end of the wire on the soldering iron without burning it, and we're just going to flow some solder onto it. As you can see, the solder right at the tip. Repeat the process for the red wire. And one thing to keep in mind, this red wire doesn't have an additional shielding to isolate it from the copper wire. It's got a coating on it that you just have to kind of burn off with the soldering iron. And there's a red wire. And take your red wire, we're making a loop around there that we're going to solder to. Solder into that loop. Okay. All right. You can see that's a nice solid solder into that loop. I just found a hole. So let's feed the wire through there. The point being is I want to make as solid of a physical connection as possible before the solder. Okay, you can see how it's connected in there. So let's what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder right on top of that hole. I've got to come at it from the top so I don't compromise the other joint. Turn it around and go at it this way. I'm gonna fill the thing with solder. It's gonna get connected. There. Okay, so my solder connection is solid. It's not pretty, but it's solid. That isn't going anywhere. I've disconnected the soldering iron. I'll loop back this a little bit, like that, and I'm gonna crush those ends together with the pliers. Okay, now we're together. We're going to tie a knot in this end here so that it doesn't pull back through or put stress on that connection. Put our connection together. to take up that slack with some silicone, which I don't happen to have right now, but I'm just going to use black RTV silicone. Unfortunately, my supply dried up too. Now I test, and I'll splice in the test video after this. Okay, so we're going to test now, and you can see I'm talking into the lavalier, which is a Pile PDWM96, just a cheap wireless system, and I'm going into my SJCam SJ6 Legend through the homebrewed adapter. If you like my videos, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to go back into the old catalog by clicking my channel and then clicking on the videos link. There's lots of decent stuff back there you may be interested in. And like I always say to you folks, be busy, be productive, be safe, but most of all, be blessed. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.